Hey everybody, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next lesson, which I can move on from the camera. There he is. All right, there I am. Hey. So what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and go into our parent graphs right now. And then from that parent graphs, we're going to go into transformations. But with our parent graphs, it's going to bring us back into what we just talked about with domain and range. And it also is going to pull in your interval notation. So that's the reason why we've done all of that stuff beforehand so that you can build on top of that now. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a foldable or a booklet or whatever you want to call it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 sheets of paper. And within class, we do different color papers if you want to. If you want to do all white, we can do all white. If you want to do like red, yellow, and green or something of that sort, we can do whatever the colors that are there and just make them up. But we're going to take 3 papers, a piece of paper. 1, 2, 2, and 3. All right. So we're going to take all 3 papers and we're going to fold it. I guess you would call that hamburger style, I guess. I think that's what it's called. So we're going to take it flat like this and we're going to make it like this. So again, let's do this one. We're going to have it flat and we're going to fold it hamburger style. So flat, hamburger style, hamburger style. All right, and at that point, we're going to fold it and everything, and we have our great foldable notebook book. Now, with that, we're going to start writing stuff in here because what's going to happen is we're going to have quizzes on these, multiple quizzes throughout the whole semester. So it's one of those things that you just can't just like throw it away and just get rid of it. With this again, if you want to do colorful, you can make it colorful. Use color pencils, pens, or whatever. But if you mess up, you got to start all over again. So it's on you if you want to do that. So the first thing we're going to do on this is we're going to write down another definition. So we're going to have parent graph here. So a parent graph, and I'm going to write this in pencil here. Parent graph, or let's say graphs. And again, with this one, this is my personal definition. This is not the definition that you find in a book or anything. It's my personal definition. So I'm going to say parent graphs are the most common graphs of the most common functions. The most common graphs are the most common functions. It looks really bright right there. Let's see if I can get it to come down a little bit. It's not changing. Let me try this. That's too dark. Alright, so we have that part. So what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about the next couple of graphs. And in all, there are 11 graphs that we're going to talk about. But the first one is actually very simple and easy. We're not really going to do a graph with it because it comes here all the time. So we're going to call this one, and that didn't show up at all. We're going to say this is our power function. And this one is just a definition. So it should be simple to remember, hopefully. So power means an exponent, anything of that sort. So when it comes to a power function, the definition is any function with a number exponent. So any function with a number exponent is considered a power function. So boom, bam, that's it. And so when it comes to our definition quizzes and all the good stuff, and it comes to our parent graph quizzes that we're going to have to remember that definition there and all that good stuff. And so that means that any function with the number exponent can be written for a power function. Okay. Now, the rest of this part of the foldable, I'm going to give you time to go ahead and do this, but on each page, what you're going to do is you're going to separate in half first. So let's see this. Separate it in half. And on the top and bottom, so you're going to build a line in the middle. On top and bottom, you're going to do an XY plane. Top and the bottom, XY plane. We're going to add our infinity, so negative infinity here, positive infinity here, and then negative infinity on the bottom, positive infinity on top, and domain and range. We're going to do that for each one of these graphs because there is a graph for each one of them, and there's a domain and range for each one of them. So this part, go ahead and work on this now, and when we come back, we'll actually go ahead and fill in the rest of this. We'll fill in all of it all together. All right, so again, just make sure you have all this ready to go. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this, and also let me show you this part too, because that way you will know how many times to do it. So we're going to do once here. We've got blank paper, blank side here. We're going to do another one here, so 2 here. Do 2 more here. 2 more here. And then we're going to do 2 here, and we're going to talk about that later on. So here again. So how many times do we do it? There's 1 for this page, so 2 here. 4, 6, 8, 10. So we're going to do that for all on 5 pages. We're going to do 2 on each page. All right, and then I will see you in the next slide, this next video.